I was sitting thinking what my priorities have been my whole life. And obviously now priorities change the older you get. But majority of my life, I've been chasing women. I've been chasing validation that could be talked about in a separate video of the validation and love that I was missing from my parents. I have a good relationship or better relationship. Oh, there's a wasp right there. I have a better relationship with my parents now. You know, there's a whole story with my epic or whatever journey to where I'm at right now. But, you know, moving out, changing career paths, Indian parents, and living in a Western world, living in Louisville, Kentucky, you got to imagine there's going to be some clashes of ideology. So you're going to want to do what is being told not to do. So growing up, I just kind of wanted, I thought it was cool to have girls around you, you saw a guy with a hot girl, you thought, okay, that's what life's about. You're just with a good looking girl and then everything will be good and you get the respect you want. It's the same as having a nice car. You think that once you get the nice car, nice this, nice phone, nice whatever it is, we like nice things and we strive to get those nice things. And we like nice flowers in the house. So it's applicable everywhere and it's just human nature. But like the sins, you can overindulge in one. I can eat too much food and get fat. There's a balance with that. There's a balance with, you can drink alcohol, you can smoke weed, you can binge watch Netflix for a day if you've studied. There's a balance in life. But, growing up, I didn't pay attention in school at all. I was just like, I was trying to talk to this girl, trying to figure out, all right, we're meeting up. All right, luckily, growing up, I grew up in a school community where I wasn't really bullied. Maybe because I was nice or I don't know. That's just something I got to figure out. A lot of people who I talk to who, maybe it was just in their head. I really do think it's your reticular activating system. If you think going into school, if you think that, okay, I'm scared that I might get bullied because maybe you don't have the same shoes everyone has, or something in your head that maybe something that I have is different than this. If you go into it thinking that I'm gonna get bullied, you will feel like you're getting bullied. Every comment, whether it's a compliment, sarcasm, just a statement, you will take it as what you went into, like what you pre-assume, or whatever the pre-word is. So you'll feel whatever you expect to feel, and a lot of that could be you're creating your own misery. So the issue with me with dealing with all of this shit was figuring out, like, I wanted to just fit in, and I really thought fitting in was just fucking bitches getting money, and which is true to an extent, but I really focused on just the fucking bitches part growing up. And it wasn't like I was just doing that every day, but I was obsessed with it. I was obsessed with just attention, fitting in, do I look cool enough? And it wasn't just, I didn't grow up most of my life. I really love loving people and being in a relationship. So a lot of the times I wasn't even able to have like casual relationships. And even the times that I did, it was like, damn, that was a good experience and I learned a lot from this. And I will be a better person with whoever I'm with next. But it was like, damn, I wish I just would have just stayed alone and just focused on myself. But at the same time, it makes you who you are right now. Any type of tragedy, the ups and downs you have, makes you into who you are today. One thing that I learned is it started to feel like every person. So I've been in maybe like 5. Okay, it was her, and then four official relationships. But in between 4 or 5, but in between those, there's those situationships. It's just confusing, unfortunately. But you start to see this pattern of, first is like you're dating the same person but with a different face, but then you start feeling like you're dating the same energy with a different face. And thankfully, all of these energies that I was interacting with or have interacted with, and the women that I'm with today, thankfully have all been great souls and are great souls. And every one of those relationships ended because of a mistake, or it's been my fault. I either let myself go, I either didn't try hard enough or fight hard enough, or, you know, self-sabotaged by starting doing substances, this and that, and then you act like shit and bad in a relationship long enough and they'll end up breaking up with you. And that's what happened in the past. And, you know, you learn from that, and it kind of just makes you think. It makes you like, you hear people say, I love you. And like, you know, there's a time when this last relationship, was the first time I dated outside my culture, or first time I dated within my culture. A cliche of how it is, whatever, but growing up, you know, chasing white chicks and been in a relationship with mostly Caucasian women, and I find all women attractive, but it was just didn't really seem to run into any Indian women growing up. But after the breakup, met someone, and then the person I'm with now is Indian as well, and I don't know, it's just a different connection. I don't know what it is, I just feel more connected, and maybe culture is a reason. And when you've been in a certain type of relationship with it, but yeah, culture, it's great. There's a great connection with culture. But a human being is a human being, no matter if they're Indian, white, black. A human being is a human being as long as they're good and you're connecting with the energy. And we are kind of programmed to pick out what we like, and we are told what we like and what we should like. And you start to see things more. And I'll make another video. This video is going to 6 minutes, but I'm gonna keep these videos at around 6, 8, maybe 10 minutes. And if with your guys' feedback, I'll make them longer if you want that. I personally like long videos, hour-long lectures, no editing, just a chalkboard and a guy talking, maybe answering some questions. If you want stuff like that, I might also go live, maybe on Twitch. Like Justin Bieber started using Twitch, so, you know, might throw on a hoodie and go there, grow a big beard and make it look like I like the vibe. I like his vibe recently. His music's been good. I've been listening to some of the live stream stuff, unreleased stuff, but I think on the new album he posted, I like Yukon and one other Speed Demon song. So there's a lot that you learn, and you know, you become like, even Justin Bieber, you get all this success and money, and you think that getting everything, whether that's material, all of your fantasies fulfilled, money, sex, food, whatever fantasies you have, when you fulfill those fantasies, and you still feel the same afterwards, you start to, those I love yous, or I want to be with you forever, or like, we're gonna get married, I want to be, like, I've never met anyone, soulmates, this and that. Those phrases do mean very deeply to me still, but they seem like, I believe you, but let's give it time. In a way, I believe those statements, but it feels like different characters saying, and then a lot of the reasons, the disappointments in the relationships have been my fault. So there's just a lot of reasons. It's just, a lot of it is just being like, okay, she is fully committed and she loves you with all her heart, whoever you're with. And then the fear becomes like in the back of my head. I'm not consciously thinking about this, but I'm like, hopefully I don't fuck this up, or, you know, self-sabotage in an unconscious way. And that's I think that's a learning process. The sky looks nice. There's no clouds. The sun is shining. I don't know how that looks. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this stuff interesting, let me know in the comments below. We got a private community too. Join it if you want to. If you don't, fuck off. Love you though.